filming my father and my fucking sister. How does this make you feel?
The one that put all those scratches on your arm? You want to see the
scratches? I got scratches.
I can show you the pictures right now.
No, I want you to leave my family fucking alone.
Keep hanging outside of there.
Hit the road. Dude, I promise you, you're gonna get yours and you're gonna
I don't give a fuck. You can bring whoever the fuck you want.
That's okay. You're gonna
you can bring
Is that
the
a
fucking
threat?
army. I don't give a fuck.
How does this make you feel? You're filming my father and my fucking sister. How does this make you feel?
Put all those scratches on your arm. You want to see?
So, this is Cynthia Ortiz. These are the Charles Perry Stalker podcast. These guys that act like that, like how embarrassing, but they have no idea that they should be embarrassed. You can tell. He doesn't know. He's doing what he's doing. He's just tormenting and pestering and breaking the law. Stalking is a crime in all 50 states. There's federal law too, prohibiting stalking a woman or a man who does not like you. We all get rejected. We all move on. Why can't you? You're a failure. You're a failure if you cannot just move on. And you gotta bother and bother and bother and invade privacy and butt into shit that's none of your concern and bother like this guy. And he clearly has not a clue that he should be embarrassed that he's acting that way. It's outside social norms. It's deviant, and not just deviant, it's criminal deviant. Mr. Perry, you are as pathetic as that guy. I don't like you. I don't want to hear from you. I have told you that every day for 12 years. I said no. No means no. You are not, there's nothing sexy about a man who acts like that guy right there. You're pathetic. You have no power. You're impotent, and you're weak, and you're a slave to your desires, and you have no control over yourself. You're disgusting to me. Every day, including this morning, I wake up and I pick up my phone. Mr. Perry cloned it. And I start to look at what kind of emails I have from everybody else. I don't want to see what he's got, I don't want to see him. And he types in my phone, I see you. I win civil case. Call me. I win. Call me. I see you. I'm going, oh my God. What in the fuck is wrong with you? Who told? Is it Al? Is it D? Is it Ty? Is it Peru? Who's telling on me? Who's catching my crime? Call me. I'm waiting. Call me. I'm waiting. I'm like, oh my God. Get the fuck out of my phone. Hacking, cloning is a crime, Mr. Perry. That means it's a crime. Listen, peeping Toms are disgusting. You're repulsive. It's sex pervert. You're weirdo. You're sex weirdo. Do you see all guys peeping like you do, sitting on their lazy asses, fat, watching some woman work? Do you see men doing that? No. Not how you get a date. It is how you're a turn off. You have no chance of a date with me ever, bitch. Leave me alone. You're just like him. You guys have no filter that this kind of shit would embarrass you, and it should. If you don't see other people acting like that and it's a crime to do it, why the fuck do you think it's cool that you do it? It's embarrassing, dipshit. You embarrass me, dumb fuck. We're sick of it. Everybody's sick of you. Everybody's sick and tired of you. You got something in your mind that is all twisted up that you think you can cause a crisis, and I'll call you. And then you'll get me to lie for you. If I make her life hell, she's homeless and I take her car or I put her back in jail and cause intentional duress, she'll do what I want, and then I'll be a hero and she'll fall in love with me. No. Oh my God, what the fuck is your problem? You're proving our shrink right. You are nuttier than a fruitcake. You're embarrassing me, bitch. Get out of my phone. I don't like it that you see me. You're fucking creepy. It's illegal to peep, Mr. Perry. It's a turnoff to women. Our shrink has said over and over and over, Mr. Perry doesn't like women. He hates them. He's got some mommy issues. Because if you like women, you do what women like. And women do not like getting peeped on. It's rape. You're a rapist. You're a sex criminal. You're a sex offender. They have fetish clubs everywhere. Vegas. You would love Vegas. Go to Vegas and leave me the fuck alone. You guys that work for him, every time he shits himself, you go wipe his ass for him. How embarrassing for you that you're that pathetic. That's the best you can do in your career. Wow. You want to be the bitch of a sex weirdo? Go to Vegas, all of you, and take him with you. Because if you do that shit in Vegas and you pay for it in a club, the person that you're doing it to is consenting. And it's at their workplace, not their house. Oh, well, but then you can't rake in the dough while you starve and torture and torment women. You're getting told on more than ever in your life, Mr. Perry. You're getting told on and caught more than ever in your life, Mr. Perry. Mr. Perry, are you not all there? Come on now. You need to keep up with everybody else. You're getting caught when you fuck with me. When you fuck with me, you're getting caught. I don't want to hear from you when you contact me, when you cause a loss, when you cause drama, when you act like bitch Neil here. You get told on and told on and told on and told on because everybody hates you. We're all sick of this. You've dragged this on and on and on. It's a soap opera. It's delusion. It's disgusting. You are embarrassing everybody else who has the wires in their head that says that is illegal and embarrassing. Don't do it. That is not how you pick up a woman. You don't pick up chicks acting like this guy. You are sicko. You're twisted. You do things no normal person could even think up. And you're alone for 12 years and told on and told on and told on. And nobody wants you here. You got a couple of guys on your payroll. And I don't understand what kind of money would make them want to lower themselves to the level of wiping your ass every time you shit yourself. I won't. You kiss the ass of a sex weirdo and he shits himself. Then you got that all over your face and you smell bad too. I won't do it. I lost my house not to do it. Not to be like you. You disgust us. Everybody, Charles. So I'll do the disclaimer. Use allegedly. Nobody's been found guilty in a court of law yet. Apply the but-for and reasonable, prudent individual standard. And I assert all constitutional rights. First Amendment. I can do exactly what she's doing. That's not the crime. The crime is that you contacted me in the most twisted, weird way ever. I don't want to hear from you. I said, don't contact me. So you pissed me off. You don't get a date. You get told on. We're all tired of it. We're all sick and tired of you. We're all sick and tired of you. We don't want to hear it. It's the same thing. I can see you. Who told on me? Is it your family? Is it Kay? Thinks it's my Aunt Kay. I haven't talked to my Aunt Kay in a long time. You know why? Well, me and her just didn't get along. There's nothing wrong with that. Not a thing wrong with that. I haven't talked to her in forever. The rest of my family, you were threatening to, sick the EPA on them if you thought they slipped up. So I just haven't been around them so that there's no slip-ups. You need to get a life. You are a bizarre bore. I'm disgusted with you and by you. You make all my skin crawl. What part of that don't you get? I'm not going to call you, weirdo. I want you to stay away from me, weirdo. So, your guy says, because remember we have the witness, ever since I've known Charles Perry, he trolls women. When he tells his wife he's out of town on business. Where's Jackie when you bother everybody else with your sick problem? Your sex weirdo sicko problem? Where is she? Does she know what you do with your time? Because we have a courtroom that all this shit is getting signed off on and heard. And they all want to know, what's Jackie doing while you fuck with everybody else? While you ruin people's lives and think that's going to make people fall in love with you. What kind of weird-ass thing is that, Mr. Perry, that you think that? If other people aren't doing it and it's a criminal act to do it, there's a reason. It didn't occur to you, dumb fuck? Are you that stupid? Are you that stupid? And we got to say the same thing over and over and over and over. Stuff you're caught on it and you do it anyway. And now you got people going, I can't lie for these guys anymore. Because they keep doing exactly what she says. I don't even know what to say. You need to get a life. Get off your fat, lazy ass and go work. Go see your constituents. Go hang out with your family. Go be normal. You're never going to get a date with me. You don't cause crisis and think I'm going to call you, weirdo. Nobody does that. So, this guy, that's what he does. You can't be the villain and the hero. If you cause the problem, you fixing it doesn't mean shit. You owed us that. So the witness says, as long as I've known Charles Perry, he trolls women. He'll go out of town and not take his wife, or he tells her he's on business, and he'll go find a divorce with kids. That's his thing. And he'll put hidden cameras in their house when they're not home. He'll pay the landlord or the maintenance guy, or just get a locksmith and break in, and they put hidden cameras in these women's home, and they broadcast them all over the internet, all over the world. He sells watch time. It is against their will. Most of them don't even know he's doing it. Then he'll get them fired, cause problems. Then he'll cause them to, he'll hack them so they can't find another job. They apply for work. He'll call that place and tell them not to hire them. Then they start calling family asking for help, and then that pisses the family off. Now you got kids all traumatized from all this. A perfectly normal, happy home. Successful mom. You fucking with them. Has the family berate them. So they feel like shit. It undermines their confidence. It's like gaslighting. Yeah, you tried to do it to me. It didn't work, did it? It just pissed me off. Then he'll have they lose their house. Then he has the ex take the kids away. Charles Perry, as long as I've known him, I'm quoting the witness, loves to get women hysterical. He hates women. He likes upsetting them. He likes ruining their lives. They get all upset, and he goes and, I'm quoting, rubs one out. He's a sex sadist. He came to me asking for money. Made me sick to my stomach. I'm glad somebody's finally putting a stop to it, because I'm tired of sleeping with one eye open. I wish to God I'd never heard what he said. This is serious, sick stuff here. Jeff Epstein had cameras in his home, and it pissed off his friends. He has the right to put cameras in his own house, doesn't he? But it pissed off his friends. They didn't like that. So what the fuck makes you think a woman would find that hot and sexy that you put a camera in their house against their will? This is a legal attempt to collect a debt outside of court. We can do it in court or out. After you're in jail, you can't buy any more judges, bitch. You're going to jail. There's a reason we get these recordings, sir. We're not using them for party entertainment. They're being used in court already. What you've done in secret will be shouted from the rooftops. When you crush the soul of a child, ruining their lives like that and cause them to question, where is God right now when I'm losing my house and my family's blowing up? And they question the existence of God, and you're crushing the soul of a little kid, and all you can care about is who told on me? Fuck you. How dare you? How dare you even ask me that question? And once again, asked and answered over and over and over and over, Alzheimer's. You wake up in a new world every 5 minutes, don't you? It's like you have no memory you don't even know what lie you told what to, do you? Yeah, see, you guys that work for him, you got a guy walking around who can't remember a fucking thing. Wakes up in a new world every 5 minutes. Repeats the same thing over and then you got he has no idea what you just said when you're talking to him. Not a clue. You can tell by the way he acts. Has not a clue what you just said. Because he never responds right. It's embarrassing. So you don't know who all he's told what to, do you? And what got back to my guys? But by all means, go kiss his ass. I think that's hysterical. I'd rather lose my house than act like you. And humiliate myself like you have. And degrade myself like you have. And if you're a cop, dishonor the badge then in the disgusting way you have. I don't even have words for you. I have no words for you. My granddad taught me there's honor in the badge. You protect a cop family. You don't leave one behind. You don't do it. But you want to kiss his ass and you want to get that shit all over your face and smell as bad as he does, you have at it. This guy right here this is a legal attempt to collect a debt. Mr. Perry, I'm billing you. I've billed you $1,000 a day for watching me in the privacy of my home against my will. You don't have my consent. You never did. Your forged marriage license and power of attorney is forged. And anybody who would question that thinks I signed that, I've not even seen it. Lucky was the first person to ask me about it. And here's the thing. Give me a copy of it and watch Charles Perry shit himself. And all these guys get that over the, trying to wipe his ass, get it all over them. I'm quoting actually your guy, Charles, when I was in Manford. I'm sick and tired of Charles Perry shitting himself and expecting me to wipe his ass like he's some infant. He can clean it up himself. Mr. Perry, will you please understand these words? No one cares what you think. Were you asked? Nope. No one asked you what you think. No one's going to help you. I don't know who your leaks are. I'm not told that. You enjoy killing people. I'm not told who that is. That's very confidential information. Will you please write that down? Because I've said it over and over and over and over. And when you continue to ask me who told, there's two things that indicate you have a serious delusion. One is that you think I will help you. Fuck you. No. We all want you gone. We all want for you to be gone. There is no fucking way I'll help you. We all want you gone. We all want you gone. Mr. Perry, listen to the words and understand what I'm saying. We want for you to be gone. No one is going to help you. No one is going to help you. You had a chance for mercy, and you threw that in our face. So you're not going to get any. No one is going to help you. Number two, when you ask who told, why the fuck do you think I would answer that question when everybody wants you gone? And when you kill people, you act like you think I would be told that information. No, there's like 3 people that have that information. I don't know and I don't care. We all just want you gone. How they get the information is none of my concern. I don't care. All I care about is that I get the information to keep me safe from you. How it comes to be, I don't know and I don't care. You act like you think there's a thing between us and I would want to help you, and fuck you for thinking that, delusional. No one wants you here. I didn't invite you here. You're not an invited guest, sir. You're an intruder. You owe me $1,000 a day for violating me in my home. $2,000 plus $2,000 a day for doing it without my consent. We can get that in or out of court. I don't care. But there's going to come a day very quickly here you're going to prison, and then you can't buy another judge. $25 million that you bought judges with, you can't hide where you spent that, sir. Golly, doesn't get any dumber than you. So he tells the same thing this guy says. I'm going to get you. Really? Right now, what's happening is when you fuck with me, you get told on. It's been that way since the McNamara email every single day. To the extent that you continue to ask me who told. It's like you can't put that. There's a disconnect between those two things. When you fuck with me, you get told on. What does that mean? Delusional? Psycho? Number 2, when you have to ask me who told, then you know somebody is getting the information from you to me. Somebody is getting that. Somebody's investigating you. You're in a lot of trouble. No one wants to help you. We want you gone. We want you gone. And your guy that said we've never had one of these victims, these women, find out that we have cameras in their house, or that we're causing their problems, or sue us, or invoice us, or solve a murder we committed to cover all that up. She's the first one to do that. What the fuck does that mean? It's like the disconnect in your head. There's no wires there. We have wires. If you're getting told on, that means you pissed people off because you're fucking with me again. You pissed the wrong people off. And he's saying that I'm going to get you. Yeah, you think that's going to get you a date, Neil? I'm taking pictures of you and your family. I got one with the scratches. Yeah, you're a stalker. I promise you she doesn't have pictures of him, but she's kind of trying to show him here. Is it fun for you to get some camera in your face? You like that, Neil? You're no different. You're as bitch pathetic as him. You don't have power. You are a slave to your weirdo desires. You're impotent and you're weak. Sad little maniac with nothing to define you but your sad little crime. No power and no impact. Just pathetic. No control over yourself, and it's embarrassing. Like this guy. And you can tell he has no idea. This right here, his conduct is offensive. It's illegal for a reason. It's deviant. It's outside social norms. Everyone else gets over it when they're rejected. Just get over it and move on. Find somebody else. And this guy, and Charles is no different. They have that wire, the filter, not there, that tells you don't act like that. And that's not how you get women to like you either. It's not even how you get cooperation.
Scratches? I got scratches.
I can show you the pictures right now.
No, I want you to leave my family fucking alone.
I'll show you the pictures. I'm a stalker. I'll show you the pictures I took of you against your will. Jesus. And no idea how stupid and embarrassed he should be. He looks stupid. He should be embarrassed. This should embarrass him. And Perry does the same thing, types in my phone. I can see you. I like looking. And you're alone. No woman holds your hand. You're rejected. And you're told on more than ever in your fucking weird ass life. I'm so glad somebody's finally putting a stop to it. I'm tired of sleeping with one eye open. What'd you threaten that guy with? That's why nobody tells you who's telling on you, because you kill people. Dead Lucky, almost dead framed Mike. Almost dead, almost framed Cynthia. You're a danger to society, freak. So you're told on. Do you not know what that means? That means people don't like it when you do that. David, you guys are, I don't even know what to say.
Keep hanging outside of there.
Hit the road. Dude, I promise you, you're gonna get yours and you're
I
gonna
don't give
get
a fuck. You can bring whoever the fuck you want.
That's okay. You're
You
gonna
can bring
Is
a
that
whole
a
fucking
threat?
army. I don't give a fuck.
This make you feel?
Huh?
You're filming my father and my fucking sister. How does this make
Oh,
you
is that
feel?
the one that put all those scratches on your arm? You want to see the
Scratches?
pictures?
I got
I
scratches.
can show you the pictures right now.
No, I want you to leave my family fucking alone.
Keep hanging outside of there.
Monkey, hit the road. Dude, I promise you, you're gonna get yours and you're
I
gonna
don't give
get
a fuck. You can bring whoever the fuck you want.
That's okay. You're
You
gonna
can
find
bring
Is
a
that
whole
a
fucking
threat?
army.
You're gonna
I don't give
find
a
out.
fuck.
This make you
Not how you get a date. Not how you get a date. I'm gonna get you. I have pictures. Charles says that same thing every day. I can see you. I have pictures. I'm gonna get you. But does he get a date? No, he's pissing her off. He's just making her more mad. You guys are fucking not all there.
I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why I moved.
Just talk
Leave
to
me
No,
alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes
No,
and I'll leave you alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you guys. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please,
what
God
happened?
bless you, but
What
please leave me
happened?
alone.
What
Please leave me alone. Please stop following me.
I don't care what you want. I'm gonna bother you anyway. Man, it doesn't get any more antisocial disorder than that.
Don't call the cops.
Stop! I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why I moved.
Just talk.
Leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes and
No,
I'll leave you alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you guys.
What
I don't ever
happens?
want to. Leave me alone.
All you want.
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Hey men, leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them. Especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumb ass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior. And you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her. And you need to leave her alone. And this is Bacon.
If you like women, you do what women like. If you got mommy issues and you got some sort of seething hatred toward women and what you're really trying to attract is deviant men, you're surrounded by them, aren't you? That's your thing. Because if you like women, you do what women like, and women do not like being peeped on or starved or tormented or tortured or to have their jobs ruined or their careers ruined or their children upset. You can't injure a woman more than when you hurt the kids, and y'all love hurting kids. It is better than a millstone be hung around your neck and you be thrown into the sea than to offend one of these little ones. You guys all say you're Christians. Bullshit. You're full of crap. We heard last night you hired a witch to come to my place where I am now. He asked, does she have sage or cleaning supplies? I'm going to put potion all over her room and do a little curse whatever on her rosary. How would anybody know I even have a rosary? I do. Your guy called somebody. Your witch called somebody and it got recorded, Perry, because you won't fuck off. You won't fuck off. So he got caught. He's going to put some sort of potion around my room. Wanted to know if I had cleaning supplies to clean it up. Yeah, you got caught. When you mess with me, you get caught. It's been that way every day for 7 years. What do you think we're going to do with all those recordings? Not play them as party entertainment. We're going to use them to get you in a criminal case. To prove the case. Beyond reasonable doubt. And when you get recorded and then you do it anyway, it's so easy it's not even fair. Yeah, nobody knows what to say. How did I know Michael Nealey was drugged months before that became, came out in a deposition? Who got me that information? Somebody with more power in their pinky toe than you will ever have. A bunch of guys who can get an actual real woman date. Married or they got girlfriends and you have no such thing. You're alone, you're rejected. People hate your guts more by the day. The more loss you cause, Hitler, you don't make people like you, you make people not like you. It's just social skills 101. And you act like you have no idea. You should be embarrassed. Everyone else is embarrassed. Why aren't you? You and Neil. It's pathetic. And you bitches that want to be his... I don't have any words for you. That you would reduce yourself like that. You reduce yourself to be the bitch of a sex weirdo, and that's the best you can do. You like getting his shit all over your face? Smelling like he smelled. You think everybody doesn't see that? You guys think everybody you can close your eyes and no one else can see you? We can. Sorry. What you're doing, light and darkness can't coexist. Mr. Perry, when you get in the presence of light, all of a sudden all your shit started coming out, didn't it? There's 40 cops helping me. Most of us are Christians. We cuss like we fucking cuss like motherfucker. But we care about suffering. And frankly, I think in the scope of things, when God said or Jesus said or whoever said, it's in the Bible, I was hungry and you didn't feed me. I was sick and you didn't come see me. I was in prison and you didn't come visit me. And so depart from me, I don't know you. You did this to the least of these, you've done it to me. Those are acts of omission. You guys are causing people to be hungry on purpose, intentionally. So you can go, like the witness said, rub one out. You're causing people to be sick and in prison. Michael Nealey didn't do anything. Nothing. He was nice to the wrong people, that's it. I got aggravated at him for not, put your fucking cop hat on right here. Testify for yourself. You're a cop. Think like a cop. I get that he was traumatized. And I know you guys have been over there badgering him and badgering him and badgering him and badgering. You can maybe go home, but you can't talk to Cynthia. How many times did you toss his cell looking for some way that he might be talking to me? Did you find anything? Our guys are good at what they do. You won't. You won't find anything. And I'm not talking directly to Mike, but that doesn't mean my guys aren't finding out some way, somehow, what you're doing to him. That doesn't even mean they're talking to him directly. They can be talking to people around him to find out what you're doing to him. They found out he was drugged. I said it before anybody else. See, you guys, all I asked you to do is leave me the fuck alone. It's free. It costs no money and no time to not bother other people with your weirdo problem. You're an imposition and a burden, and everybody's sick and tired of dealing with it. You were not invited to Oklahoma, Perry. I came up here to get away from you. I moved twice. Only a few people knew you had a weirdo problem in Lubbock, and that's because those were my friends that saw you do weird ass shit. He's a stalker. And those guys in Manford, I've never, you know how many times I've pulled up behind the home of a woman's house and watched her in her backyard that's not my wife? Never. Because it's weirdo. You know how many times I've gone to a restaurant to spy on a woman who's not my wife, or even my wife, or sent a secretary? Never. It's weirdo. So if everyone else knows what you're doing is weirdo, why don't you? We don't want you here. Everybody wants you gone. I didn't invite you here. I came here to get away from you. And you have come up here and been a troublemaker and caused loss and threatened and caused fear and stress and anxiety and worry for everybody here. You did not have that right, bitch. You are being stopped. You're being stopped. We're sick and tired of it. And you have drug it on and on and on and on, and we're tired of it. It's illegal to peep. It's illegal to hack. And it is illegal to stalk. And it is illegal to coerce. And it is illegal to menace. And you have invaded my privacy in the most disgusting, weird-ass ways. And there is no date. There's never going to be a date. I'm not going to call you when you cause a problem. How fucked up that you would think that.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
All you want.
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone. Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes.
First, let me say that I'm happy that the lady in this video is okay. Second,
He's happy she's okay. How many people in my life are happy when I'm okay? And you didn't get to pull off the shit you planned. Yep.
let me break down what rape culture is. Rape culture is the fact that that man felt that he was entitled to some of this woman's time just because he said, let me talk to you for 2 minutes. Doesn't matter if it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes. If she said no, no means no. Rape culture is the comments that she has on her video about how she should have just spoke to him or dressed differently. Rape culture is me taking the heat for calling out other men for their terrible behavior. Rape culture is trying to explain stuff as, oh, it's just locker room talk. No, it's not locker room talk. You should talk the same way wherever you are. We all know that rape is not about sex, it's about power. So for you to force yourself on somebody, even if you're just talking to them, is disgusting, dude.
So hacking a woman's phone or cloning it and typing in the phone over my typing. I can see you. Who told on me? I can see you. Who told on me? I win. Civil court. I win. Call me. No. You know, guys that I call are men that support me and love me and want me to be happy, support my career. Make sure I never miss a meal. Make sure I have a nice place to live. Make sure I'm happy. No person who invades my privacy. My ex-husband did not know half my friends. Didn't know him. For sure. Never got in my phone and started calling him. I need you to gaslight her. Never called my family. Never did anything like that. We're divorced now, Mr. Perry. We're still good friends. But if I, you know, you don't get a date doing what you're doing, you're rejected. And you're pathetic like this guy here. He's harassing her family, just like you harassed mine. So, let me tell you something. When I said, oh God, there was something that I needed to clarify. When I'm talking about the shrink said, these men who work for Charles have convinced themselves they're mentally stable. And I can tell you, you cannot harm another human being and be mentally stable. You can't do it. So when I examine them, I assure you, I will be able to tell you what mental disease they have that would allow them to do that. When I said that, I'm talking about the men who work for you. Not my family that you threaten with. I'll get the EPA on you and the IRS on you if you don't help us hurt her. And we know you said that because you were recorded. My children. You called Tristan and asked him, is your mom talking to your dad? And what'd he say? No. My mom's not talking to my dad. You call Dennis every time I text him and every time I call him to ask him, what'd she say? Don't you? You think my guys don't record that too? Yep, I told you, get the fuck away from my family. And then Perry types in my phone, is it your family? Is it your ex-husband? Is it your kids? Is it your mom and dad telling on me? Here's the thing. Fuck you. I'm not told that. What I can tell you is I said the same thing she did. Stay the fuck away from my family, bitch. Stay away. You want to know if Mike's talking? What'd you tell Mike that he would tell? Somebody who... What'd you tell him? Or somebody overheard it? Or one of your people? One of your own people leaking on you? You're caught more than ever in your life when you do it to me. I'm not going to tell you who told. I'm not told that. I would never help you if I knew that information. We are sick and tired of your soap opera. Act like a man. Take your skirt off, wipe the lipstick off your face, put your fucking doll down, get off your lazy ass, and go work. Be normal. Go be normal. Go fucking be normal, Mr. Perry. When you bother me, you get caught. Your own people have said it over and over and over and over and over. Everybody has to repeat the same thing for you. It's so embarrassing. You guys are so embarrassing. And you guys that like to work for him, I'm sorry for you that the best you can do with your life is be the bitch of a sex weirdo. And when he shits himself and you start wiping his ass, you get it all over you, and then you smell as bad as he does. It's pathetic. That's the best you got. I don't even know what to say. I'm embarrassed for you. We all are. These guys helping me, clearly they're elite. Clearly they're elite. Because they can get information right up under your nose and you have no idea how that's happening. Right? Who told? Who told? Perry's only concern is who told on me. That nothing else matters. No remorse. No empathy. When you cause one of these little ones to fall, it is better that a millstone be hung around your neck and you be thrown into the sea. Be not deceived. God is not mocked. You will reap what you sow. You already are. When you invade my privacy, they invade yours. Only they got a court order and you don't. So what in the fuck? What in the fuck? We believe you relieve suffering caused by crime or anything, whether you're a cop or not. Relieve suffering. You know, if everybody did that, there wouldn't be a need for welfare. If people did what they're supposed to do, there would be no need for welfare. I'll tell you something. I'm watching the Kennedys, and Bobby was a Catholic. Well, they were both Catholic, and back then they had a whole big problem with racism. In fact, the fucking governor of Alabama tried to keep black kids from going to school after the Supreme Court ruled that they could do that. And Robert Kennedy had to call the damn National Guard in so these kids could go to school. I don't even know what to say to that. That pissed me off. That's why my concern with the new abortion ruling, when Sam Alito's language, the abortion thing, forget that. That doesn't have anything to do with anything that concerns me. What concerns me is the language of, if it's not traditional, we can't do it. There's no such thing as equal protection. So if it's not Thanksgiving dinner, sir, we don't get equal protection. What about the tradition that they found if racism? That was traditional for them. Jesus, what the hell is that? So that concerns me. Are we going to start seeing discrimination rear its ugly head and get nowhere in the courts because it's not Thanksgiving dinner? I mean, what the hell? I don't get it. So when they rule, then the damn governor of Alabama won't let those kids in the school. So Bobby Kennedy is, if you listen to their speeches, actually they sound like Republicans. They were Democrats, but they sounded Republican. Things have changed. Belief systems have changed, unfortunately. But they were Catholics. I've not seen any organization of churches or religious be more giving and charitable than the Catholic Church. But okay, so they're Catholics. Yeah, Charles, it's the Catholic. He's typing in my computer. Is it the Catholic Church helping you? Yeah, call him and tell him to stop stopping your crime. You're a fucking idiot. You know that? Stop. Get out of my computer. He types in my computer while I do these, like he thinks it's a conversation, which you get to only know what I'm doing right now by peeping and hacking. It's so embarrassing. So anyways, I have, so Kennedy is a senator of New York, and he drops everything he's doing in New York and goes to Tennessee up on the request of Malcolm X and those guys, or Martin Luther King Jr., right? Or those guys that were doing the civil rights movement at that time. So he goes down to Tennessee, and he walks through this neighborhood in the United States, and here's all these African American families fucking starving to death, living in squalor, and little tummies are bloated. And in the United States, there's no fucking excuse for that. And so he holds a speech, and he's talking about the brainchild and the formation of welfare, and he says, we need to give these families some food, and so we want to form something called welfare that we can give them food, but it's only meant to be temporary. You people, you racist pigs, give them a damn job. Let them work. We can't have this in our country. And in that way, he's relieving suffering caused by some cruelty. I don't even know how you do that. How do you let a family go like that and just not give them a job because you don't like the color of their skin? My mind can't even begin to go there. I don't know how the hell you do that. It's disgusting. He clearly thought it was. And if people all did what they're supposed to do and relieve suffering, however they find it, however they see it, whatever they come across it, there's not going to be a need for welfare. And when you're a criminal bitch, like this guy, likes raping women, you have a mommy problem. Your mom didn't do, breastfeed you or whatever. And so you feel like you're going to punish all women by causing job loss and income loss and rape and robbery and ruin and invading privacy and doing weird ass shit no normal person could even think up. And you're getting caught more than ever in your life because you are offending people. And the best you men who work for him can do is be the bitch of that. Wow. God help you. And I'll tell you, when a child loses their home, I promise you, they start to question the existence of God. And you cause that. You're crushing the soul of a little baby. And you're not a Christian. If you do this to the least of these, you are doing it to me. Depart from me. I don't know you. And by the way, don't bullshit yourself. God isn't mocked. You're going to reap what you sow. You're going to reap what you sow. Mr. Perry, you are not the wronged party. You are not injured. No one's wrecking your car. No one's taking your home away from you. No one's starving you to death. No one's invading your privacy without a court order to do so. You are pathetic. You are not a victim of anything. You're breaking the law. You, sir, are peeping, and that is a violation of a woman's privacy. You're violating my right to privacy, cloning my phone, hacking my computer, and watching me in the privacy of my house. Wherever it is I live, you've done that for years. You've been billed, you owe me money. You're getting entertained. We can do it in court or out of court. I don't care. But this is an attempt to collect a legal debt. It prevents you from your criminal case asserting a defense of consent, or I didn't ask for money. No, I don't consent, and you do owe me money. So when they charge you with a crime, sexual exploitation, human rights violations, and all that crap they're going to do, harassment of my witness, the act is grand larceny with intent to coerce, and interference with contracts and commerce with intent to coerce. When you're charged, you can't go into court and say she consented and didn't ask for money. That ended the first time when I sent you that letter. That's why I sent it to you. There goes that defense. You also cannot assert the defense of insanity because you keep trying to coerce me to lie. That means you acknowledge, what you're doing is a crime. You've established mens rea. You intended to cause an injury. You did it on purpose. You intended it. You knew you were caught and you did it anyway. Over and over and over and over. Or you wouldn't try to make me, starve me into a lie. You can sleep under a bridge or you can lie for me. No. I just gave up my home. I could have kept my mouth shut about what you guys did to Mike and Lucky. And kept Terry coming in with the money. And had my house right now and probably some furniture. Probably had my bills caught up. My credit would be good. I made a choice to do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. Knowing at the end of the day, my guys are going to get your ass. It doesn't matter what Tulsa police do. We've been getting all this stuff right. I mean, they're not helping us. Shoe print. Ringtone. We're getting that somehow. We're getting it. So it didn't matter how much you paid them, did it? They put it into evidence. You didn't like that you didn't get a cover-up and you had it stolen back, didn't you? You got the money, $25 million. What'd you do with it? Because you can't hide where you have that much money. Yeah. Who told on me? Doesn't give a fuck who he hurts or how bad he hurts him. Any more than Neil here. All he wants to know is who told. I win civil court. I'm going to say this again to you for the last time. What you've done illegally in civil court is being used to build a criminal case against you. I've already said it. I'm not going to tell you again. So we don't know what you think you won. But you know, I told you our guys have a whiteboard in their office where they put your names up there and they give you a gold star because you think you won. You and Richard got a gold star, both of you. They don't like Richard. They don't like Richard. Richard is giving them a lot of cussing. Richard makes our guys cuss. But they pray. I don't think God's near as concerned about us cussing because we're under a whole lot of stress, aren't we? We're under stress. Most people can stand for 5 minutes. Lots of duress. You like piling on the pressure. So I don't think God's real worried, Mr. Perry, about my cussing. I think he's more worried about you ruining a life and taking somebody's future who is trying to help me be rid of you. Mike and Lucky, we're talking about Epstein hours before the murder. Mike's hands would look like Lucky's face, and they don't. Had he done that. So you went into court, and you committed fraud upon the court. You committed perjury. Concealment of a material fact from the deciding body is perjury. U.S. versus Strom versus U.S. Freeland. It's all out there. I put it on my motions to intervene. Because you tried to keep me out of court, so I filed motions to intervene. And again, as we've said, the reporters keep pointing out something's wrong when she's never in court. And on that, and there's all these things where by law there should have been a hearing, and there wasn't. 12-1031 requires a hearing. You have to have one, and there wasn't. When you hear her podcast, now you know why you won't let her in court. God help those bitches. She puts them on the stand. They'll have to plead the fifth. Yep. If I can out-sting up you for 6 years. Oh, that was the one today. For 6 years, Mr. Perry. We heard nothing, but he wanted her out of the club, out of that strip club. If I can just get her away from all those men, she'll love me again. Love you again? I never loved you. You're a job, sir. You're just a job. I'm very good at what I do. Right? I'm not a cop, but I'm something. There's a lot of titles. Right? Who has my paperwork? Who has it? It's a need to know. You can make all the phone calls you want. You're not going to get anything out of anybody. And you're dangerous. That got even more so the case after what you did to Lucky and Mike. It is hysterical. Y'all think you're going to make a phone call and get answers. We don't even know what to say to that. After what you did to them especially. You're a danger to society. You need to be removed from the society. You're a danger too. A lot of people, in all 50 states, people hated Peeping, Stalking, and Hacking so much so they made it illegal in all 50 states. It takes thousands of people to pass a law, Perry. You know that. Oh, that's right. You're not able to identify your legislative duties. or what state you legislate in. You and Josh and Matt, or metaphors and analogies, or sarcasm. We have to explain it, like you're, get the finger paints out and the puppets and the crayons. It's so easy. It's not even fair. So last night, I'm not going to show it again. I'm busy. I'm going to wrap this up. So the guy says he wants her out of this. He wants her back out of that club now. All we heard for 6 years is get her out of the club, make her want to quit. Now he wants her back out there because he's going to hurt her. 6 years you had. All your guys, these guys are, there's other people in law enforcement laughing at you. 6 years they had even rented the club out and only had his people going in and still never got her to slip up. And we even told you, I got bored. I'm like, here's how we do a sting op. We just talk. And stuff will start coming out. It'll come out all by itself. You got to get people relaxed and to trust you. You got to build rapport. And just let them talk. So what you guys need to do is get a guy or two to come in and buy VIPs from me on a regular basis and not ask me weird questions. Not get up in my business and not say weird shit like, Perry can't get his dick up. How about a dildo? You okay with that? I could not believe that I was subjected to one of his guys actually asking that question. Even in a strip club, that is disgusting. I was subjected to that kind of questions. Wow, there's not been a date, there's never gonna be a date. So this speaks to your delusion that you would have someone come to my workplace and ask me that kind of disgusting, nasty question. I just looked at the guy and I go, what? Well, he said, no, listen, there's not going to be anything. Get away from me and don't bother me again. And he came back in a time or two after that and I wouldn't talk to him. I could not believe that he asked me that question. I went in the back and I'm telling some of the chicks that I work with, I'm like, you guys would not believe what just happened. Even in a strip club. It is outrageous that question would be asked of me. And I would be subjected to that kind of talk. Even in a strip club. It's a gentleman's club. They don't talk like that. That's not normal. Even in a strip club. That's not normal. I can count on one hand men who got that disgusting. That may or may not have worked for Charles. But that guy just flat said he did. I'm telling him, I'm like, they're like, oh my God. I'm like, yeah. And the owner overheard me. I'm sorry. Somebody that is part owner of the club overheard me and walked in and said, and would you? And I go, fuck no. Fuck no. I won't even hold the guy's hand. I can't believe he did that to me. Put me through that. That made me extremely uncomfortable. That he would have the nerve to ask me that. What in the fuck is wrong with him? And he just goes, he just kind of laughed and walked off. Yeah, that was nasty. That was nasty. I don't want to hear from you, Charles. I don't want to hear from you. Not directly or through proxy. Get out of my phone. You do not have consent to hack me or clone my phone or know anything I'm doing. And you disgust me to my core. So people laugh at you that you had 6 years. I'm even telling them, send a guy or two in to just talk. Just get to know me. And see if you can't get me to slip up. Because I'm bored. We just flat told them. And did they do it? No. No. They never do. Everybody got upset with me. You're telling Perry that you want to take him downtown to TPD and get him to waive his right to counsel and confess or explain why he's done all this shit. He's not going to do it now that you say it. He will. He will. Watch. He's got Alzheimer's, first of all. Because how many times we got to repeat the same fucking thing over and over and over and over. I flat told him what to do. If you want to get information out of me, here's what you do. And did they do it? Nope. 6 years, they didn't do it. Not even once. Even Terry said weird ass shit to me. How tall are you? What's your shoe size? Where do you live? How about I bring you some furniture? Wow, how would you know I don't have furniture? I said I just got my furniture out of storage. You know what I had in storage? One bed. I had a bed, nothing else. He's all of a sudden volunteering to go buy me furniture and bring it over. so he can get my address and give it to David. But the thing is, I can outsting up anybody. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. But anyways, he had, like the first time he comes in to talk to me, he's telling me he's in road construction, and I'm like, oh, so you know David Robertson from Dynamic Shot? No, I don't know him. I've never heard of him. And I'm thinking, okay, well, you're working in Oklahoma for 40 years in the same industry as David Robertson, who owns Dynamic Shot. You're going to at least have heard of him. You're going to at least have heard of him. So right then and right there, I knew he was full of shit. I didn't even tell him there was a problem until later. So as far as he knows, I know David. Didn't know there was a problem with how I knew David. All I said is, do you know David Robertson of Dynamic Shot? Nope, never heard of him. Yeah, nope, he sent you here. Or you would have said that you've at least heard of him. 40 years in the same industry, in the same state, you're going to at least have heard of him. See, I catch shit like that. And you guys didn't. You didn't get me to slip up as to who was helping me. Fabian Puzzle, who gave me that. So, recognize that you're caught. Recognize that you are being told on because everybody's pissed at you for what you're doing to me and Officer Nealey. And who told is not relevant. It's not information even I have. Perry, you can ask me every day. You've asked me every day for years. All day long. I am not told that. Get some help with the Alzheimer's. Get some help. And you guys helping him. I'm not talking about my family here. My family's been threatened. We know that. I'm talking about you. Our shrink is like, they think they're mentally stable. I can tell you they're not. You cannot hurt another person and be mentally stable. And when I examine them, I'll tell you exactly what disease they have that would allow them to do any such thing. And I'm sorry for you that the best you can do is be the bitch of a sex weirdo who shits himself all day. And you enjoy cleaning it up. Y'all all go running. That's the best you can do. And if you're a cop, how dare you dishonor the badge like that? I don't know what to say to you. My granddad is rolling over in his grave. He taught us better. I just walked away from my home. I could have not said a word. I could have not said a word and let Terry just bring the money in. But that's not who I am. That's not how I'm wired. And it goes against all of my DNA. You have asked people to abandon their morals and their values and their ethics and who they are. I did a study with both Anthony Robbins has like a CD package you can purchase and do a study how to improve your life and have empowerment, personal power. So I did the same thing with Stephen Covey's book, 7 Habits. What these things teach you is that you don't have control over what other people do to you or what happens in life. People have heart attacks, they have cancer, people have older relatives, mom and dad, they got to take care of because, like Mr. Perry, they've got Alzheimer's or something, or they have job loss of some sort. They've got something that happens in their life, unexpected layoff. People that worked for Enron. I have a relative that put every ounce of stock into MCI, and MCI WorldCom went under, and there went the retirement. All of it's gone. You can't control these things that happen, but you control your reaction to them. Childhood abuse and so forth. You can't control if you're abused as a child, but you can control what you do with that. The only thing you have control of is the movie you allow to be played in your head 24/7. And if you have negative thoughts, then you're gonna be depressed. If you are focusing in your life on what you're thankful for, I lost my house, but guess what? I have A, B, C, D, E. I have this, and this. What do I still have? So you focus on what you still have, and then you're not depressed. I'm not depressed. I get pissed. I get pissed at watching people hurt. I get pissed at what you're doing to me. I get pissed that you violated my privacy and you're raping me. But I don't get depressed. So what happens is I focus on What can I control? Well, I can control my mind. And I choose to play a movie in my mind that is focused on what I still have. What do I have to be thankful for? And Viktor Frankl also talked about that in Man's Search for Meaning in Life. He was in Auschwitz. He was in the Nazi camps. He lost his whole family. So he also talks about focusing on what's good. Anything, find something. Find a flower. Find a butterfly. Find a bird. Find something that breathes life into you. And in that way, you control. You have the power. You're empowered. And Anthony Robbins talks about two people being at a party. And one person is focused on a couple laughing and joking around, and they leave the party going, oh, that was a fun party. And another is focused on the couple fighting in the corner. And they leave the party going, that's a shitty party. Same party. It's just what they focused on. You change the channel in your head anytime you want. You can't control shit, but you can control that. And in that way, you are empowered. Right? Okay, so he also has you write down your values and your goals and your dreams and your ethics and your morals, because that shapes who you are and your habits, and your habits are who you are. You're not who you say you are what you do. And so I made a decision knowing you're going to punish me and commit a crime of coercion and witness tampering to assist an officer who is down and in need of assist. We have cop family. From 4 generations of cop. You don't leave one behind. You go and get him. He was trying to help me. That man, if he gets out tomorrow from something I've done, does not owe me an apology. What he owes me is now go live happy and free. You and your family are back together, and that's all we needed to happen. Because I feel like if I hadn't called you that day, I have help. I was trying to get a protective order. You got to file a police report. We are already in court, but that doesn't mean I couldn't file another motion for a protective order. There has to, by law, be I filed it in the first one. By law, there has to be a hearing in 14 days, and there wasn't. By law, when you ask for a protective order, which I did in the lawsuit, there has to be a hearing in 14 days, and there wasn't. With a 12-1031, OMH versus Patel, or Patel versus OMH says you have to have a hearing, and there wasn't. When I filed a motion to intervene for Officer Nealey, there should have been a hearing to see if I even had standing to do that, and there wasn't. And so now a reporter is going, if they had done what she said, and there was some kind of normal court proceeding, and there's not, then we would believe him and not her. But that's not the case. They continue to do exactly what she says, and there's nothing legal about any of these court proceedings. And when you conceal a material fact from the deciding body intentionally, and you had a duty to disclose it, you are committing a perjury. You are committing perjury. And if you called Mitchell and Myers and asked them to keep me out and bought that judge, you suborn perjury, and you're going to jail. You're going to jail. I don't care how much you paid you didn't pay my guys. And you're asking me who told, so you know there are my guys. Fabian puzzled. Right? When you ask who told, you act like you have no idea what the hell that means. That means you know there are my guys. So, and you make all the phone calls you want, nobody's going to tell you shit. You're dangerous. You don't have my consent to peep or hack, or contact me or my family in any way, shape, or form at all. And when you do, you get told on more because you piss everybody off. You will never get a date with me. When you ask a person to abandon all their morals and all their ethics and who they are and what they do, you are psychologically torturing that individual. They're going to feel guilt. They're going to feel fear. They're going to feel bad. They're going to feel scared. And you don't have the right to do that. You don't have the right to do that. And you guys who help him, I don't know what to say to you. I don't know what to say to you. I left my home to help Officer Nealey, and I don't regret it. I don't. I just lost my house. I'm homeless. And y'all, we understand you're looking for me again already. Did you find me? Did you ping my phone and find me? That was recorded too yesterday. Perry already knows where she is. He's flattened her tire and took her tail light out. This is private property and you're trespassing. Wherever it is I am. If you're not a registered, paid something to be here, you don't need to be here. So, what are you doing on the property? Mr. Perry? You're trespassing. And so I guess there was a conversation. We think we found her. Well, Charles already knows where she is. Well, then why are we looking for her? Well, because he needed a legal way to know where she is. I still have the protected address. And I did change that to where I am now. By law, you're not supposed to know where I am. Did you find me? I guess there's two different groups here. The illegitimate found me group and the trying to find her legitimately group. Well, if you're helping, you can't use tax dollars to perpetrate a fraud on a court. Right, Perry? You can't use tax dollars to stalk a woman, can you? Any time that you use my food delivery app to get me to a location where there might be a cop or you want me pulled over, you're using tax dollars to stalk. And I guess some time ago, one of those guys says, this is that chick that lost her butt trying to help a cop, and I'm not going to help. I got to go to the bathroom when she blows by here. I'm not going to be that guy that does that to her. I'm not. I'm sorry. And how would he know when I was going to blow by there? Yeah. See, you do shit illegally. You shouldn't be in Oklahoma at all, Mr. Perry. Nobody invited you here. I certainly didn't introduce you to my family. My ex-husband didn't know who half my friends were. Never called my family. Nobody I've dated has done that. Nobody I would date would do that. Or I won't date you. You do shit like that. You call my son. That was recorded. Tristan, is your mom talking to your dad? And he said no. What business is it of yours? Every time Dennis gets a text, he's got to call you and approve it if he can respond or not. I had some friends that said we're getting sick and tired of them telling us when we can respond and what to say. So just so you know, that complaint's been heard a lot. Now, Perry, leave me the fuck alone. The more you fuck with me, I said leave me the fuck alone. You get out of my life. Mr. Perry, you get out of my life. Neil, you are embarrassing everybody. I'm sorry that you got something, filters. And that you're just like this guy. And you have no idea. You should be embarrassed too. You should be very embarrassed. You're breaking the law. You're getting told on. Try to figure out what that means, dumbass. Nobody's going to tell you who it is that told, because you kill people. We all want you gone. You're violating me in a sick, twisted way, and we're all tired of it. And you have dragged this on long enough. Leave me alone.
Leave me alone! Please!
Just talk to me for 2 minutes.
First, let me say that I'm happy that the lady in this video is okay. Second, let me break down what rape culture is. Rape culture is the fact that that man felt that he was entitled to some of this woman's time just because he said, let me talk to you for 2 minutes. Doesn't matter if it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes.
Mr. Perry, no. I don't want to hear from you. Do not contact me again in any way, shape, or form. Every time you do, you piss off everybody off and embarrass everybody, and then we start getting more information. Do you like getting told on? Look at the cause and effect. I don't want to hear from you. I don't want to hear it. You're crazy. You're a kook. You know crazy Saul, if you know the story in the Bible of David and Goliath? And David defeated Goliath. And Saul went and sought a witch. Didn't he? He went and sought a witch. Instead of obeying God, he went and sought a witch. And then he went Looney Tune. And then he fell on his own sword. So you figure out you're crazy. I don't want to talk to you. You're kook. You have no idea what I'm saying half the time. You don't even understand me. You can tell by the way you act you don't understand what people are saying to you. Just like Neil. He should be embarrassed acting like that. It is a criminal act for a reason. It is a criminal act for a reason. For 12 years, I have rejected you. I don't like you. You disgust me. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to hear from you. We're all sick and tired of it. You are not asked what you think. You were asked to leave me alone. Now, take your skirt off, put your dolly down, wipe the lipstick off your face, and go act like a man, and go be with your family and your constituents, and go to Lubbock and get out of Oklahoma and leave us alone. Leave me alone. Stop contacting me. I don't like it. I don't want to hear from you. I'm not going to let you bother me. I'm kicking your ass like nobody in your life has before. Because I don't like what you do. I don't like it when you suffering. It's not normal. No one does. If it's normal, if you're a normal human being, you don't like suffering or cruelty. You're not wanted. You're told on and told on and told on. And nobody owes you a lie, bitch. Nobody owes you a lie, little bitch. Nobody owes you a date, bitch. Move on. What about your betrayal of Jackie and Jordan and Matthew? You owe them an explanation as to what the fuck is wrong with you that you would do all this and embarrass them. Nobody owes you a thing. Mr. Perry, nobody owes you a fucking thing. He'll type in my phone, you're not getting any money unless you lie for me. My guy saw it. Coercion is a crime. Causing intentional duress. This is what he does. Watch this. So, I won't go to Chick-Fil-A or Chipotle because those are, Perry uses those. See, here's a Chick-Fil-A order. Look at that. It's 5 miles for $2. So with these, this is my job right now because I quit dancing. Because what happened is Mr. Perry rented the whole club out, ran off all the money, the paying customers, sent his 5 guys in to ask me weird questions. What's your shoe size? One of those guys you sent in, Mr. Perry, I sat down next to him and he introduced himself to me and he tells me I'm a cop. I'm like, are you? And he goes, yeah. And he goes, so I got to ask you these questions. What's your shoe size? I'm not telling you that. What's your height? I'm not telling you that. He starts laughing. Like he knew I was going to say that. What's your real name? I'm not going to tell you that. Which girls here are you closest to? I'm not really close to any of them. They're my coworkers. I come in here and I talk to them at work, but like we don't hang out. Okay. Starts laughing at me. Okay, so anyways. And then we started a normal conversation. It got to be that big of a joke. It got to be that big of a joke. People don't like helping you. And that guy clearly didn't. Kind of like the first 2 that came in August 2015. That weirdo called up here and wanted us to just try to find a way to arrest you. We're not doing it. But that doesn't mean he won't find an asshole who will. So be careful. They're just looking for something. He needs a smear campaign. Stormy Daniel. So my guys are like, if you can go in there and get things like text from Mickey James and David Robertson and record Pinto and Terry Wagner and Joel, if you can go in there and get evidence like that and make some money, it's worth the risk. You have to weigh the risk-benefit factors. But when it gets to a point where you're walking out with $30 because Charles ran off of a steak and here he comes with his canned food, thinking you're supposed to love him, then he's endangering you. It's not worth it for you to go back out there. So don't go back out there. One of the guys that worked there butt dialed me, or he either butt dialed me or he called me, and then somebody said no, don't call her, and he just thought he hung up and he didn't. But it went to my voicemail. So there's a whole recording of your people being in there asking for my schedule, and you can hear him going through papers. When is she coming back? When's her schedule? Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I have that recording. You are stalking me in Oklahoma. Your attention isn't wanted. Your contact isn't wanted. Fuck off. Fuck off. No one cares what you think. You aren't asked. What were you asked to do? Stop contacting me. Stop hacking. Stop peeping. Get off your lazy ass and go work. Why would you embarrass your family with this? You can't control yourself. It does embarrass everybody else. Neil. So he hacks me, and this is what he does right before there's going to be a court thing. He would either rent out the whole club, and run everybody off that was coming in there normally. You drive all the way out there, you're going to quit going out there. We can't let you in. We rented the club out. Private party. Our 5 guys in with canned food are coming in. And then, or you hack my app and I get nothing. Okay, it's not unusual. What you want to do is you want to get paid at least $1.50 a mile, or it's not worth it to do it. You're spending time and gasoline. You got to make a profit. So what happens is normally you'll get one or two like this. But the other night, they didn't want me to make money, or right before court. Mr. Perry, I need you to shut up. Right before court, they didn't want me to make money, so I can't fight him in court, the appeal. My guy tells me on the 11th, the prosecutor, Charles, called me. You're peeping. You sat there and watched me talking to him. He's like, we just talked all day long on the 11th. He calls me of February. I just heard him all day talking about impeding your appeal. I need you to go ahead and file it with Tulsa County, the DOR, and the amended petition. At least get that filed and don't walk it in, mail it. That'll help me establish your intent to appeal and their intent to impede. So what happens they hacked my app. Uber Eats, DoorDash, and Grub Hub confirmed you hacked my apps. Just so you know. My guys called them. So what happened is you might get 1 or 2 like this a night. But this night, it was every single one of them, but 5. I made like $15 all night long. All night long. Because every order that came in was like that. Upside down. Not profitable. Not worth taking. You're not going to drive 10 miles and spend all that money on gas and your time and get 2. I don't go to Chick-Fil-A and I don't go to Chipotle at all. Because Perry's been recorded. Call it Chipotle. Is she not going to Chipotle? No. You're using them. Do they know that? I mean, you have guys call in an order through DoorDash or Uber Eats or Grub Hub, and they're not supposed to get me as a delivery, but for algorithm, it's supposed to be random. But you want to get me on your little doorbell camera, or it's always a doorbell camera or a reflective glass. So you have to take a picture to show that you delivered the food. And hang on. Look at that. You have to take a picture to show you delivered the food, and they always have, it's either a doorbell camera or a reflective glass, just like that every time. They think I'm going to get my reflection in the picture. Yeah, so what I do, I have to like crouch down a certain way or move a certain way to make sure my reflection is not in the reflective glass door. And with the doorbell camera, I used to do things like I'd wear a hat and a mask. I finally was like, fuck it, let him prove me out. They're doing exactly what I say. They're hacking my app. Fuck it, let them do it. They're going to walk into court and show, yep, we are stalking her, hacking her app. Because there's no way. My guys called, all 3. There's one other one they called that I work for that you know nothing about so far. So, yeah. This one is upside down. They were all like that. And this is Chick-Fil-A. Needless to say, I didn't take that order. I declined it. So when all night long, they're all like that. Look at that. Look how many there are. There's like 15, 20 of them. It's not unusual to get 1 or 2 a night, but not all of them like this. There was only 5 I could do. And then I don't take it outside of 9. I don't take it I usually don't go outside of 7 miles. I'm not driving that far. So usually 7 miles is my cutoff. It's not worth my time. Now it's taking too much of my time. So, I mean, there's factors that you have to put in to, as far as how much of my time is it going to take this to somebody's house and then go all the way back to the hot zone to get the next order. And so what you're looking at here is this delivery is going to be 13 miles to the delivery spot. But then you got to double that because it's 13 miles back to the hot zone to get the next order. So it's not really actually 13 miles. It's actually 26 miles. And I'm going to do that for $11. No thanks. No thanks. Not worth my time, and I'm using too much gas. I won't go outside of 7. So, and I won't take less than $1.50. And they know that. And I don't go to Chick-Fil-A and I don't go to Chipotle. Because those 2 restaurants we know Charles uses. Now, whether they know that or not, I don't know. That's what he'll call. These people are ordering those 2 restaurants, and I don't take them. I know for sure those are Perry's people. So, see, there's a Chipotle right there. Look at the mileage. It's not enough. I didn't take it. Not enough. I didn't take it. Let's show all of these. There's another Chipotle. Not enough. I don't take it. I don't go to Chipotle or Chick-Fil-A. A lot of Dash Mart. There's a Chick-Fil-A. I don't take it. $2 for 5 miles. See, I'm a business person. If you guys complain, she thinks we're just a bunch of sex perverts. We're business people. No, you're not. I'm a business person. Here's the thing. If you're smart in business, you are smart enough to anticipate civil or criminal liability and get consent and a contract. And you don't have that. You didn't even ask me. None of these women have been asked. You have no consent or compensation to use our body against our will for a profit. The witness we have, Perry starves these women and these children to death while he rakes it in. And he wanted me to invest in his company. And I wish I had not heard. I can't clean out my brain hearing what I heard. And now I got to sleep with one eye opened. He was coming around for a handout, looking for a handout. Yep, welfare. I'm entitled. You think you're entitled. What'd you do to your mom? Cause problems? And then you'd go around acting like you were fixing them? And she thought that was cool. So now you just do that to women? I'm going to take your home and your car and ruin you in civil court and ruin your career, ruin your jobs, make it where you can't fight me because I can't make money when he does that. That's what happened when I was supposed to go to Manford. He did that all night long. Y'all worked for weeks on that false arrest you were going to do in Manford on the 18th of December. She's supposed to be in jail and not able to appeal. Your doll has a bug in it. My guys put a bug in it. Just so you know. Yep. You and your dolly. A monkey could do what you do, Perry, sitting on your fat, lazy ass, poking and peeping. Your guy's making fun of you. Peeping, poking, pathetic Perry. He said more, I'm not going to say the rest. It was crass. So, he does that. This is what happens, because I might get 1 or 2. It's normal to get a couple of these, but not all but 5. Look how many there are. Can't let her make any money and fight us in court. So what my guy did with that, Mr. Perry, is he heard you talking about it before you did it on the 11th of February. And he gave me instructions because he's using what you do illegally in the civil cases to build the criminal case. But if you want to feel like you win, my guys put a gold star on their whiteboard next to your name. Okay? And when you get charged with a crime, when they charge you and put you in jail, I'm going to come sit down and ask you, now tell me again how you won. All right? You and Richard got a gold star. The rest of you, I don't know what to say. Why would you lower yourself? I just walked away from my house. I walked away from my house. My credit is ruined. But I'm not leaving a cop behind who is injured and in need of assist. And you can't beat someone to death and have not a mark on you. You can't do it. This right here, asking me over and over and over, how did I know Mike Nealey had to be coaxed or begged to go to Pensacola, indicates premeditation. You know why? Any good cop would see that. You know why? Because they planned premeditated first-degree murder of a cop. They needed them in Pensacola to carry out that plan. He just wanted to know if I knew which one actually did the coaxing. Was it Charles? Was it Dave? Was it Josh? Was it Joe? Or was it Matt? And who are his other victims? Which ones are talking? That's all he's asking. And he knows I'm subpoenaed witness, and he's going to tamper with me anyway. Because this information was going to come out in court had I been able to testify. He just wanted to see if he could get that information out of me first. Before I did. Concealment of material. U.S. versus Strom. I always get mixed up the plaintiff and the defendant. It's either Strom versus U.S. or Vreeland versus U.S. It's like 1st Circuit, 6th Circuit. It's on that page. I'll show you in a minute. Those two, I cited them in my motion to intervene. You have a duty to disclose a material fact. The material fact is relevant. It is strong enough that it could change the outcome of the deciding body or the deciding body to hold the fact. Had I been able to testify for Officer Nealey, everybody knows Mr. Perry, he'd be home right now. And that's what the reporter said. Had they done what she said in March 2020, before the trial ever happened, and helped him get home, and admitted to what we can all see, we can all see he has not a mark on him that indicates he was in any fight at all. I've told everybody he's been drugged. That was confirmed by first responders. He was found unconscious and in respiratory distress. We gave him Narcan for opioid overdose. None was found in his personal belongings or Lucky's. If he beat somebody to death, his hands would look like Lucky's face. Everybody can see he couldn't have done it. Had they done what she said in March 2020, in response to the bribe offer Perry did, which he did this morning, then got Mike Nealey home, said, we backed the blue. Anybody can see he couldn't have done it, but we didn't do it. We didn't want that suspicion on us. So let him go home. Well, let's find out who did this. We don't want anybody thinking we did that. Had they done that and she's doing good now, we'd all said, if she continued to assert that they killed Lucky Miller, Chief Miller of Manford, we would have said, she's wrong if not crazy. But that's not what happened. Again, here we go with the actual unconsciousness of guilt. Now you can't use the insanity defense. Mains Ray, you knew it was a crime. You intended to commit a crime, and you did it anyway, even after you got caught. Doesn't get any more Mains Ray than that. Mains Ray is intent. You only can assert the insanity defense if you don't know what you did was criminal act. My friend Tanya, murder her kids, her babies, wigged out in Chicago. You can Google it, Tanya Veselev of Chicago. She had a 9-year-old little son named Christian and a 3-4-year-old little girl named Gracie. And she stabbed those children 200 times each. And then said to the judge, what I did wasn't heinous. I sent my kids to heaven. They were going to be molested. She actually thought that. When they found her, she was sitting catatonic next to her little girl holding the knife. Admitted to what she did and said she sent him to heaven. She established in her actions that she had no idea she committed a crime. Truly believes she didn't commit a crime. So there's Mains Ray is not established. She didn't know she committed a crime, and therefore, when they asserted the defense of insanity, the judge agreed and granted her, can't stand trial. You're sentenced to a mental hospital. So she's in a mental hospital, or she was. Not competent to stand trial because by reason of insanity. She didn't commit a crime because what she did was not something she knew to be criminal. She didn't do a fucking thing to clean it up. Didn't do anything to cover it up. Didn't do anything to clean it up. Found catatonic, sitting next to her little girl with a knife in her hand, as her little girl lay dying next to her, telling the police, I just saved my children from being molested. Wow. By stabbing them over 200 times each, a 3-year-old little girl and a 9-year-old little boy. That's insanity. What you're doing is cleaning up and trying to make people lie and trying to intimidate witnesses and harass people. And you have shown that you know what you're doing is a criminal act. And that reporter pointed it out. Had they done what she said and let this man go home and given her what they took back, give it to her. You're taking her money. You're taking her privacy. She's asked for payment. Give it to her. It's a legal debt, and it's a legitimate debt. And I'm not going to lie for you. I walked away from my house. You think you're going to be a hero making me lie for you? Starve me into a lie? Fuck you. Again with the delusion. Again with the delusion. How appalling, Mr. Perry. How embarrassing for you. You're like Neil. You don't know you should be embarrassed, do you? But everybody else does. Everybody else is embarrassed by you. So, when a reporter makes a comment like that, had they paid the legit debt to her, and she's doing good now, and Mr. Nealey's home, and she continued to say they killed Chief Miller, we would say she's wrong, if not a little crazy. But since that's not what they did, and they continue to ruin her, then we know she knows exactly what they did this. They did that murder. They killed that chief. They killed a cop. You don't think people talk? People hate your guts. And so when we quote you, that's why. When you fuck with me, that's happened in a way you've not seen in your life, and you act like you have no idea what the fuck that means. I told you not to contact me, Perry. Don't contact me. When you do, it pisses me off, because I asked you not to. Don't peep, don't hack, don't clone. Get away from me, bitch. And when you ignore my rights and wishes and go at me anyway, and then you get told on, don't whine and complain, you asked for it. It's been that way since the McNamara email. This email is dated October 29, 2015, and the whole thing says he's going to coerce me. Maine's right here. Every time we quote you before you do it, that's what that's doing. That's what that's for. Establishing premeditation and mens rea. You intend to commit a crime. You thought about it. You planned it. You tried to do it. I don't want to hear from you, bitch. Listen, Charles. When you contact me, I don't like you. When you contact me after I told you not to, it pisses me off. And then we get more stuff just like that. More McNamara type emails. More recordings. It's like you like that. You're provoking. You need to control yourself because you're embarrassing the hell out of everybody that you can't. I know that you don't have that wire in your head that makes you where you can understand what the fuck people say to you. Get yourself a special ed teacher or a geriatric doctor. I'm not trained for that. You know what I'm trained to do? Catch guys like you that hid this shit all your life until you started fucking with me. I'm trained for that. I've done it like nobody you know. You act like you don't understand what those words mean. I don't know what to say. I'm done.